Hello and welcome back. So I've been gone for a while. It's mostly due to a lack of motivation caused by a video I was trying to make that didn't go well. YouTube wouldn't let me upload it, and they're still not, but I guess I'm gonna be figuring out a way to get it up because it's a really fun video, and I would hate to not be able to upload it. It's a watch along to a movie, and we don't really include that much of the actual picture. It's more commentary based. You can't even hear most of the audio, but it's just a whole situation. But if you also cannot tell, I have a cold right now, which, yeah, it sucks. But, yeah, sorry if I sound a little strange, but yeah, today we are going to be making a predictions list for people I think will be champion in each weight division at the end of this year. So I was going to do predictions for the Cater Giga fight that just happened, which I didn't end up doing, but I'm going to be doing a video for the Gon versus Ngannou fight. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So for flyweight, what I think is going to happen throughout the year is probably I think Kaikara France will become champion. It's a tough prediction to make though, because of Askar Askarov. He is another guy that could very well win it. And I'm pretty sure they have a fight coming up, so whoever wins that definitely has a big chance of beating the winner of Figueiredo Moreno 3. It's really, yeah, one of those four dudes I think is definitely going to be champ, but if I had to pick one, I'd go Kai just because I really like him. For bantamweight, I think that Piotr Jan, he's going to be the champ by the end of the year. He's going to fight Aljo again, and I think he'll win. And then I think he'll fight one more person before the end of the year, probably TJ Dillashaw, and I also think he'd win that fight. So yeah, I think it's a pretty safe bet to say Piotr Jan will be the champ by the end of the year. All right, so featherweight I think is a harder one to call. I think there's two people that stand out above everyone else though, and that's Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski. They're going to fight this year, most likely. Max pulled out of the fight that they had scheduled for 272, I think. But yeah, Max is 29 and Volkanovski's 20 or 33. Yeah, sorry. But that's probably what I'm looking at most when I'm making my prediction here, I guess. Max, pretty, in a lot of people's eyes, he won those first two fights. Oh, I don't know. Is Volkanovski entered, or is he on the way out of his peak? Yeah, I'm gonna go Max Holloway. He's only 29. He's got a bright future ahead of him. I think Max can do it. All right, for lightweight, if I'm gonna have to make a prediction, it's got to be Charles Oliveira. It's a very hard division to predict. Obviously, we got a lot of dudes in there right now, especially very good, talented people. We have Makachev. I think he's gonna be probably the biggest issue for Oliveira. I think Gaethje he is able to submit relatively easily. We saw Khabib do it, and Oliveira was able to submit Dustin Poirier quicker than Khabib did. So I don't know. I think Charles Oliveira would have been the guy to give Khabib the like by far for sure the hardest fight he's ever had. I don't know if he could have beat him. Nobody really does. It just depends on timing. I guess he could have. He could have lost as well, but I think Oliveira probably beats Makachev. Honestly, I mean he's gone through so much, learned so much, and Makachev's relatively green to compete or to competing. But yeah, yeah, I think Oliveira is probably going to be your lightweight champion come next year. So for welterweight, I think the Nigerian Nightmare Kamaru Usman will still be the champion, though it's definitely a hard thing to predict. I think I could see his year playing out similarly to last year, three fights ending with his challenging or more challenging one, I guess I should say. I think he's gonna win this Leon fight probably by a decision. Leon doesn't really get finished, but he also doesn't really finish dudes. I think after that he'll probably fight Luque because Vincente kind of deserves it, and I think that fight might end in a finish, but I don't really know. But at the end of the year or early next year, I could certainly see him fighting Hamzat Shemaev, and that's honestly a scary fight for Usman, though. but I really want to see it. And yeah, I think it's pretty safe to go with Usman for this weight division. All right, so at middleweight, I think it's gonna be a pretty easy prediction to say that Izzy Adesanya will remain champion. I guess it's not that easy. Whitaker is going to be a difficult fight. I think it's going to be a lot harder than last time. He said he's going to try to implement the same game plan that Jan Blachowicz used to win his fight against Israel Adesanya, and yeah, I think Whitaker is probably going to give him his toughest challenge. Cannonier, somebody that lost to Whitaker, I'm pretty sure, is probably one of the two dudes that will be fighting him next, and I don't think he'll fight more than twice this year. Derek Bronson, I think, would give him more of a challenge than Cannonier, honestly, but yeah, I don't know which one of them they're going to give the fight. If it is even one of them, they might just make the two boys fight to see who deserves it, but yeah, I think Izzy Adesanya is a safe bet to remain champion in middleweight because yeah, he's still pretty young, right? I'm pretty sure he's like 30, yeah, 31. I was gonna say 32, but yeah, he's just doing good. All right, so for light heavyweight, this one I don't even know honestly. This is one of my, like I said in my other video, my least favorite divisions. And man, it's a tough one to pick somebody I think is gonna be champion by the end of the year because obviously Glover Teixeira winning is quite, it makes you think anything's possible, I guess. And that being said, I just gotta go with my favorite guy in this division, Yuri Prochazka, the only dude I really like in this division particularly. Uh, and yeah, I think if he ends the year as champion, I would be quite the happy camper. Yuri, yeah, he's just a cool guy, samurai. I like him. All right, so I think the heavyweight that will be champion by the end of the year is Cyril Gahn. I think it's a hard question to ask if he beats Francis. I get Francis and Derek are on a similar level of heavy hitting guy, but I think Francis is more clean, I guess you could say, with his striking, and I think he's more of a threat to Cyril, especially being that they've trained together in the past, and Francis has a little bit of an idea of what he'll be seeing in the octagon. But by the end of the year, I think it's more likely that Cyril either wins or Francis leaves the UFC than Francis staying and remaining champion, and I don't think anyone else really beats him at the moment. Stipe is like the one guy that might, or John too, I guess, but I don't know if they're even going to fight this year. But yeah, I think Cyril's gonna get the job done and remain champion. In the women's strawweight division, that's a tough one, and I think I'm gonna go with Marina Rodriguez out of a crazy prediction. If this ends up happening, I'll be pretty happy because she's a fun fighter to watch at least. And the women's division, I guess, needs some more shine on it. And I'm pretty sure she's Mexican born, so it would be cool to get another Mexican born champion other than Brandon Moreno, who I predicted to lose his title. So yeah, I think Marina Rodriguez is a cool, uh, I guess, shake up pick a little bit. I think she could fight for it at the end of the year after Carla Esparza. I'm pretty sure Marina's actually supposed to fight Xianon. I don't know. I have no clue how to pronounce this name, but pretty sure these two are going to fight. So I think whoever wins this is going to be next in line for a Rose. Now at strawweight, I think Valentina's going to remain champion. I think she's just a very good fighter, and I think unlike Amanda Nunes, she's not showing any signs that she's losing it at all. Nor is she showing really weaknesses, I guess, like Amanda is. She's just a very all around good women's fighter. And she's been consistent in showing that. At Bantamweight, I actually think Pena beats Nunes whenever they do that rematch. I don't think Amanda Nunes was as good as what she's done. She's obviously really good, but I think she has some serious cardio issues and is unable to, I guess, finish people late in the fight at all. So she kind of relies on her opponent being just overall weaker than her as a martial artist if they go past the first or maybe even second round. So that being said, I don't think Juliana is going to be champion at the end of the year. I actually think it is going to be Valentina Shevchenko. I think she's going to try to go up. It's possible that Pena goes down, but I I really think Shevchenko's like locked down her division. She's probably going to want to get another title. Um, and finally, the featherweight title. I think Amanda's probably going to end the year as champion, though it is possible it is vacated and the division's put on like a hold. Uh, I guess we'll see what happens though in regards to that. So that should do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit the like button, as YouTubers say. Give me a subscribe if you would. That would be nice. And have a good rest of your day.